Welcome to another installment of Tag Me In, where the triple threat brain trust to tag over the good, the bad, and everything in between in the world of professional wrestling. I, of course, am the unofficially official Lit Izzle, joined with other than the less uniform himself, Mr. Scoop. Can't believe I get to say this on this show.
Yep, you do. Because it's Hathaway forever.
Oh man.
But to quickly segue out of that shit, and of course, last but not least, ladies, you love to see him. We love to hate him, and you'll probably be mad when we have to say what we have to say after this shit. But the former predictions champion, Jaeger Bombastic, so fantastic that if he still was champ, he'd probably be doing some Sammy Guevara, Ty Conti things with said championship, and we can't let that shit happen.
Gross.
No, I've got way too much respect for a title to code it in certain things. So that's a pass. However, these post WrestleMania rules that we have, I'm not vibing with them too much, you know.
I feel you. You know, I wasn't vibing with it so much so that I proposed this. We're in a unique state, so to let the people know, Jaeger and I tied with the predictions at Double or Nothing. And we had said with WrestleMania, if it ends in a tie, then we will vacate the title and it'll just move on until the next event. Well, how about I propose this to the peeps here? We are in a unique state where we had AEW last week and we have NXT and WWE this weekend. Let's tally up the three scores and boom. We'll see who becomes champ after this weekend. Because this should not end
the weekend all over again.
Basically.
So you want to combine Double or Nothing and
we have Double or Nothing, In Your House, and Hell in a Cell. Combine all three. Whoever has the highest tally score walks away with the championship. Now, if this ends in a tie, then we'll just figure something out. But it shouldn't end in a tie.
But I don't care about In Your House or the pay-per-view.
Look, I don't either. But since if we're gonna do predictions on it, I'll run down everything that's happening on NXT and WWE. But that's what I propose, or we just leave it vacated until Forbidden Door.
When is In Your House?
Saturday.
Oh, this Saturday? I know.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh, because it's gonna.
It's In Your House and Hell in a Cell.
Yeah. In Your House is Saturday. Hell in a Cell is Sunday.
Hold on. Because there's, I think I might be able to top this, Scoot.
Okay. So we can figure this out, so we can have a rightful champion. Because I'd be damned if this ends on a tie.
Okay, never mind. Road Ranger is next month.
No, it's June 15th.
Oh wait, hold up. Maybe I looked at the wrong thing.
No. They made a mistake on the graphic. The graphic said July 15th, but it's June 15th.
Okay. Here's what we do. If y'all are down,
what you got?
We make this a championship series. Will include In Your House, Hell in a Cell, Road Rager, and culminate at Forbidden Door.
You know what? I'm down.
And if time permits, goddamn dog here. Hold on, sorry. Time didn't want to permit that. If time permits, we'll be able to unveil the physical predictions championship.
So I'm totally down. With everything culminating to Forbidden Door, I'm down.
But Jugs can't win it.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be just too just
that would be too poetic on his end.
Like, I think I'll quit. Like, I'll quit just predicting if that was to happen. Like, you know what? You have it forever. Like, I'm done.
But yeah, I think that would probably make the most sense. I don't know how the shit's gonna work out.
Run it back. What are the extra events besides In Your House? And so
In Your House is Saturday.
Yes.
Hell is Sunday.
Yes.
Road Rager is June 15th, and Forbidden Door is the 29th, if I remember correctly.
But isn't Blood and Guts also before Forbidden Door?
Yes, Blood and Guts will be on June 26th. It's the Dynamite before Forbidden Door.
Are we counting Blood and Guts?
If y'all want to, I'm down to whatever we have to do to give us a direct champion at the end of the month. I'm down.
Okay, you know what?
Hold on. That's June 29th. Wait, when is Forbidden Door again?
I thought it was hold on. It's
or is Blood and Guts after? I think Blood and Guts might be after Forbidden Door. I think Blood and Guts might be June 26th.
You said what, June 26th?
Yeah, I think Blood and Guts might be June 20. I mean, sorry, I think Forbidden Door might be June 26th. Yes, Blood and Guts is June 26th. And I'm sorry, Forbidden Door is June 26th. Blood and Guts is that Wednesday, June 29th.
Oh, after.
Yeah. Yeah, so Blood and Guts is after Forbidden Door.
Well,
Okay. Here's what'll happen. If in fact there is a tie, Blood and Guts will be the tiebreaker between the parties that tie.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then we'll have bonuses added in for Blood and Guts. That way it would eliminate the whole tie thing. So yeah.
That makes sense. I'm down with that.
We're gonna get a new check because I mean I'll be unveiling the shit. So I mean it only makes sense that I'll win and it just stays here. You know, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But as of now, Jaeger. Oh, sweet, beautiful Jaeger.
Oh.
We just had to. You just couldn't. And you know what?
Talking to me. Hold on.
You
Me.
know, something told me I should have went against my own personal thoughts and picked Britt. Because if I would have picked Britt, we wouldn't have to worry about none of this.
Well, that's the funny thing, Scoop, because I was going against my own instincts when I picked Ruby Soho. So if we had both listened to our instincts and picked Britt, we'd still be right here.
And well, we'll talk about it when we get to it. But so you heard it here. As of right now, in this championship series, Jaeger and I is tied. After this weekend, we'll give a more update because then we still have Road Rager, which is a specialty show on Dynamite. Then it'll culminate in Forbidden Door, hopefully. So
yeah.
So as of right now, the state of our championship is vacant.
Unfortunately, because
so,
I should be champ.
So either
wait, you
because Hangman should have followed through with that goddamn title shot. So, thank you, Loki. Thank you.
Why do you keep putting so much stock and faith in Hangman? I don't understand.
I don't understand either. But either Dizzle might become 2-time champ, Jaeger or myself might become 3-time champ, or Jugs might become 2-time champ when it's all said and done with.
Yeah, we already said he can't do that.
So yeah. So now that we got that out the way, I guess right about now, peeps, we've been discussing it. It happened Sunday. My computer don't want to show it up. Don't want me to be great. Okay. All right. I guess Dizzle, if you, because my PC's just like fuck me today.
Yeah.
But
no,
double or nothing. What was everybody's initial thoughts when the 4-hour and 40-minute pay-per-view was over with?
I mean, it was cool. I mean, I had my gripes for not winning, obviously, but I thought the show was solid. I mean, it got to a point where we were actually able to watch the fucking show.
Yeah.
Because again, and it's no surprise, Bleacher Report had their own fucking issues, and luckily they got it fixed. So it's not like the people that paid for it
early enough.
But
Bleacher Report, y'all gotta do something better.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened with y'all?
Find a new partner.
What happened with y'all with Bleacher Report?
So
it just wasn't coming up.
It basically wasn't coming up. Like there were mad people coming. This app ain't working. This app ain't working. AEW needs something new, and it would come up here and there when the Hookhausen and Nice and Smart Mark match was happening, but it was at the beginning of the show, kind of towards the end of the buy-in. In the beginning, where it fully was like, because even Schiavone made announcements saying, if you're watching it on Bleacher Report, it should be working now.
Yeah, because I think for me, it was working on the phone, but it was still kind of choppy.
Yeah,
and it wasn't working on the site. And
shit.
And then it started working on the site, and so then it was cool. So it was just weird.
It don't help that's the only way AEW made it available, unless you was getting it through like pay-per-view.
Yeah, which of course,
outside of pay-per-view and outside of going to the movie theaters, that was the only way you can watch it, was through Bleacher Report.
And look, AEW, like I got Comcast, man. It's like y'all couldn't have that provider on there. Y'all had all these other providers, but y'all didn't have Comcast. I could have watched it through Comcast and no issues. But why you ain't fucking with me, AEW? Tony, come on, man. I'm not gonna sit here and call you a fucking mark like that. I didn't say it. You know, just look, shell out the dough.
Shell out the dough. Well, Dizzle gave his thoughts. There were personally more stuff I didn't like. I felt a lot of things dragged on, but the highs of the show did kind of outweigh the lows.
Mm-hmm.
And there was just some matches where my attention span was just done. I'm looking at you, Hardy Boys and Young Bucks. My attention span was done.
I don't think
Yep.
Like,
See.
I don't think Loki appreciated that.
that's fine. I mean, House of Black and Death Triangle, done.
Oh, okay. About that match,
Respectively.
I thoroughly enjoyed that match. Here's the problem, though. WWE booking with this feud is the issue that I have, because
Yes.
this everything that they've been doing should have led up to this match. They shouldn't have had, 3-4 trios matches to get to this trios match. It should have been a few one-on-one matches, maybe here and there, and all this other shit, a bunch of promos, and then finally it's like, you know what, we gotta hash this shit out and then get to this point, because this match for me was too good to be overshadowed with just the horrible booking that this feud has gone through. So yeah, man. And House of Black, as much as it, look, I'm glad they won, but
Yeah.
they should have lost, because that just means that this feud is going to keep on going, especially since they got screwed, but since Death Triangle got screwed by Julia Hart. So
another match, the intergender the mixed tag team match. Once again, maybe because we kept seeing this whole Sammy American Top Team, done. I didn't care.
this should have been Kaz and Scorpio.
I didn't care.
This should have been Kaz and Scorpio.
For the title, this should have been Kaz and Scorpio.
You know what? Call it a triple threat.
That would have been fine too.
But MJF and Wardlow, that was a smart move for that to be first, and to go ahead and just be the squash match it was.
When we get to the promo, I got thoughts on all of this. But
yeah,
I like how that also helped with the whole rumor mill shit. Like that dialed that a lot down.
Now, the two Owen Hart matches, I definitely, personally, I think the Dr. Baker and Ruby Soho might have been the better match. Because you definitely had false finishes in that one, because you couldn't tell me. Look, if I was a gambling man, once again, I damn near would have went with Ruby Soho, but kind of what Dizzle predicted at Revolution somewhat happened here, minus the Young Bucks, that the Undisputed Elite was going to come out on top.
Yeah.
O'Reilly beating Darby, Britt winning her side of the tournament, Cole winning his side. It's just that the Bucks didn't win against the Hardys, but for the most part, it makes sense. But I enjoyed both of those matches. I mean, we did finally get to see Adam Cole and Samoa Joe go at it.
Yeah.
What else?
It just clicked that we didn't get that before
in NXT. Yeah, we didn't get it in NXT. What else? The tag team title match.
Oh,
why did Jurassic Express? I didn't even care whose side would have won. Why did Jurassic Express had to keep those belts?
You know what? Think about it though. There was, while there was beef between Swerve in Our Glory and Starks and Hobbs, there was not enough beef with the champions.
I agree.
Looking back on it, I really wanted Swerve in Our Glory to take the belts, but looking back on it, you could have seen it as Jurassic Express taking this one.
I mean, that's the beauty of a triple threat.
Yeah.
Look, when Starks hit that Rochambeau, I was like, yeah, and then I was like, no, you motherfucker.
I was a little worried because the way he had hit that, there was some
hit that
oomph to
shit.
it.
He hit that shit beautifully. Like he hit that shit like we are about to be tag champions.
Yeah.
And
that was very
Starks,
convincingly done.
Starks was on it that night.
To be honest, this might have been my favorite match of the night. To be honest.
Actually,
yeah.
Anarchy in the arena.
Oh wait, you know what? No, take that back. This was my favorite match.
So this was the thing. You were lighting up the group chat about this match, and everything you were saying, I was feeling the complete opposite. I was hating everything about this match until something clicked. I don't know what it was, but maybe it was when Jericho cut the music. Something clicked that made me do a whole 180 when it came to this match. Now, some of the matchups I thought was weird because in my head it was like, why wasn't Kingston fighting Jericho? But other than that, it was definitely Anarchy. I will give it that.
Yeah, that's the word for it.
Look, here's the reason why I love this match so much. There was storytelling throughout this entire fucking match, and just like I messaged in the group, I was like, props to production and the cameraman because the way that they shot this whole thing was just, as let me take something from Scoot, just to me, chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss.
Because it's just the like, even as something as funny as the fucking mustard. Shit just fucking worked.
Let's rewind from that. Look. Let's even go back further. The fact that Wild Thing was playing the whole time at first, because I was like, are they not going to cut Moxley's music? They're going to just let that. Okay, that's cool.
Psychological warfare, man. That's all it was.
But I'm glad it played a part in it too.
It played to the storyline like Dizzle because Jericho went over there and was like, "Fam, cut this shit off."
and on top of that, this made the JAS look really good, each individually. I mean, Jake Hager aside, we ain't really worried about him. Look, he's playing his part. He's a heavy, cool. But both Daniel Garcia and 2.0, they all look very good. And I think that was the point of this match. I mean, we all know the BCC. We all know that they all legit in terms of, professional wrestling and with the attitude and the personas that they have. That's fine. In order to get the JAS over, especially for something like Blood and Guts, and shout out to Jugs because he's the one that fucking called it to the fucking to the T, saying that Regal was going to come out and say, Blood and Guts. But yeah, this now makes everybody look forward to Blood and Guts instead of it being something laughable like how it was when it was the Pinnacle and Inner Circle.
Yeah.
So I'm here for it.
Zombie Eddie Kingston was amazing.
Oh my gosh, yes, that whole image. Put that shit on a fucking shirt and sell it.
Yeah, Zombie Eddie Kingston was now the biggest takeaway I had from this match came at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Hager beating the shit out of BD's knee, Jericho hitting the walls, and then fucking Hager choking him out with the ring rope. It was like, fam, there is no possible way a human can survive that.
And that's how you take somebody out and make them look strong in the process.
Jeez.
Fucking lovely.
Just all fucked up.
And And kudos to the JS for wearing white. They knew this shit was gonna be bloody, and they walked in there with some motherfucking blank canvases. They knew what they were doing. This again is just looking back on it. Every time I think about how good this match was, I like it even more. And it could have been something that was easily laughed off in a complete joke, like the first Blood and Guts was. But from start to finish, kudos.
Jaeger, you got any thoughts? Well, before we get to Jaeger, and kudos for you for calling it, because you're the only one who chose the JAS. So
yeah.
But Jaeger, any thoughts about Anarchy in the arena?
There was, I don't know. I was at work while I was watching this, so all I would get when I was ready to look down the computer and look back up, and you always see it's somebody else, and somebody's like a varying degree of busted open.
Right?
Like you're hearing the commentary, and it's lining up for the most part with what's going on. But who was it? Who was that had the mustard all over their back?
Daddy Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, God damn it.
Matt
I like how they WWE name changed them. Like they just did it without even like
no sports entertainers.
Yeah. We're the best in sports entertainment. Anyway.
Love it. This is I don't get how people don't like the I get it at first. But
no. I love the group. It's Jericho that's making the group kind of for me.
No, but yeah, as soon as I saw that there was mustard on the back of somebody, I was like, all right, what the fuck is going on here? I was like, is that like crash singles? Like, is that actual mustard? But no, it kept going. The best visual though that I saw is Eddie Kingston walking down the ramp with a fucking can of gasoline.
Yeah, this will say they should put that on a t-shirt.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
I'll buy that shit yesterday.
I will buy that shit tonight.
I would too. That would be my second AEW t-shirt.
You put it on a white t-shirt too and just put it like right there.
Yeah.
Because I mean, look. I think they're gonna do it because they did the same thing with Britt Baker after the unsanctioned match she had with Thunder Rosa.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, why not? Why the fuck not? But
very good.
But yeah, man.
But yeah, it was a solid match.
Now,
I'm mad that I didn't pick the
J. Now, another match, unfortunately, I didn't care about until the end. Jade Cargill and Anna Jay.
Oh. Okay, fair enough.
Because motherfucking Stokely Hathaway comes
I could have done without that.
Which was odd. Don't get me wrong, because it was like, okay, don't get me wrong. I marked the fuck out when it happened. But now we have Athena in AEW, which we thought she was going to be the Joker, but you know,
yeah.
And
hey, I wasn't mad at
match Friday.
I was not mad at Maki Ito though.
Yeah, I wasn't mad at that, but it was like you knew Maki wasn't gonna beat Britt, so
yeah.
I mean, kudos to them for doing the whole Maki Ito thing, because I think we've been so conditioned to expecting like top-notch debuts to the point to where they were like, you know what, let's go ahead and switch it up a little bit. Let's get back to the spontaneity of things and save some shit for Double or Nothing, which is why we probably haven't seen Claudio, which is probably why we haven't seen Gargano, if in fact he's going to get signed. You know, the same reason why we got Joe at
Ring of Honor,
Supercard of Honor. So you know, Simple. And because now the Stokely Hathaway thing, it was surprising. No, but it makes sense.
Just like how you became a fan of 2.0 when they left from Everrise, that's what's gonna happen with Stokely.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. They became new individuals and then became two new individuals after becoming new individuals.
Stokely is gonna become a new individual.
Stokely's the same individual, just reverted to his old name. Look, it's I'm not gonna say, again, WWE shit, never say never, but check it. It's too soon. See, at least with Everrise, they let shit marinate. Then they was like, yo,
oh my God,
go ahead, get a palate cleanser, and then then we gonna show up, and then all of a sudden, bam, Dizzle's a 2.0, bro, and now I'm appreciating the society. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. It tastes delicious. Mm-hmm. Now as far as Stokely, now he's with Jade and the baddies. It makes sense. It makes sense overall. I mean, nothing against Smart Mark Sterling, but he got to a situation where it's like, okay, well, you're representing MJF, representing Jade, so you're representing a bunch of winners, in fact. But
and Tony Nese,
yes, is a winner. But once he started representing Tony Nese and started, trying to represent Hook and stuff like this, he started getting more into that cheesy side. Mm-hmm. And just like when you see the opening match for Double or Nothing, how he's wearing the whole get up, it's like you can see where this is going. So he's starting to become more of a joke. And look, we got Brandon Cutler for that. So
yeah.
But yeah, so this is a better look for Jade because it still keeps her in the seriousness. We all know that Stokely's a good talker. We know that he's a good fucking manager. He owns the shit, as creepy as he is at times. And,
sir,
whatever.
Sir.
Yes, sir. Look, we can't let the shit go with the whole Dakota Kai gif where he's sitting there.
Yes.
And, what I'm saying? That's just creepy.
That's a classic moment.
This is a
classic moment.
Either way, the shit makes sense. And that now with the whole Athena thing, look, just give us Jade and Statlander, because look, give us Jade and Statlander because it seems like they're building up. Don't have Athena overshadow this.
I think that's what's gonna happen.
It can't. No, it cannot. Here's what should happen. It should be Statlander and Jade. Statlander should take the title off of Jade, and
I
then
agree.
you can have a series of matches with Statlander and Athena. Because we don't need black on black crime like that. Now,
no, we don't.
Now, and the reason I say that is because you don't want to have an ex-WWE person coming in and taking another spot. You at least need to have an original from AEW come. Thank you, Loki. Thank you.
I mean, isn't that what Max Friedman said last night?
Yeah, no, but here's the thing. Outside of that, yes, but what you don't want the fans starting to correlate everything with that as well, because they're going to start calling this WCW light, TNA light, so on and so forth. And that's they're toting the line right now to that point. Right now, Mox and Danielson are in a good position.
No. They're not toting the line. They're there. They're there.
I don't want to push it over and say they're like right there, but yeah,
they're there. You got to think they didn't took Mox, Danielson, Cole, Joe, O'Reilly, Fish, Athena, Miro, rest in peace, Brody Lee. They're there.
That's fine. That's fine with them being there. Yeah. But as far as with prominent spots, like you got Punk as the champ, I'm just talking about specifically as far as titles go, because
titles,
again,
yeah.
because Mox and Danielson are in a good spot with Regal with the BCC. They're not taking up a spot like that. They got a main event group in spots here and there, but they're not taking up the
every spot
basically.
Yeah.
So,
okay, I give you that point.
You know what? You have a good point saying that. I mean, just named everybody that we've taken or that
There's
AEW
more
has taken.
too.
No, I know there are more, but
There are a lot more.
The argument that you can make on AEW's side though is look at who's been champion and how many of those ex-WWE people have actually been champ.
Other than Mox, that's it.
I was about to say Mox is the only one who's an ex-WWE guy.
And technically,
Jericho
Brody, when he won the TNT.
Technically Jericho.
And only reason I don't want to say Jericho
Okay,
there's
an
asterisk. He did start the company.
Yeah, he is technically
so Jericho, Mox, and Miro.
And Brody Lee.
And Brody. But I wouldn't say that that's too much. Like they all have the belt appropriately.
Especially for a 3-year company. Nah, because I mean, at the time, the only one you can make an argument for is possibly Miro, possibly not winning the TNT title at the time, but the way he was being booked, it made sense. Jericho being the first champion made sense.
Yeah.
Mox becoming champion made sense. So, Mr. Brody Lee made sense because he came in just as a whole evil entity force. So it made sense.
FTR will always make sense.
Oh, FTR.
Oh shit.
FTR, that made sense because they already came in with the whole them versus Young Bucks thing already looming in the air. So FTR made sense for them to become tag champs. So
their booking has been fucking on 10 perfectly.
That was gonna be one of my I'm saying it's that I need to record that FTR is showing me why they're my favorite current tag team. Like Jesus. I would love to get this version of FTR versus the Usos right now.
Wait, did you go back and did you finally watch the Briscoes versus FTR?
Damn, I still need to go back and watch that.
Watch that fucking match. Oh my gosh.
I still need to go watch that.
I'm telling you, because you already respect FTR. You're going to respect them on another level after that match.
Okay.
That match is so fucking good. It is so good.
That's in
Shout
the
out to the Briscoes,
right? Or what was that pay-per-view called?
That was at Supercard of Honor.
Yeah. Supercard of Honor. No, didn't they do a multiverse thing though?
I don't know.
Anyways,
that's where they won the ROH tag titles.
The Briscoes did the whole multiverses matches. That was on Impact. The Briscoes
that was on Impact.
Briscoes won them, yeah.
Yeah, Briscoes went against the Good Brothers on that one. But yes, like I said, so even like you're saying, so even with all of these quote unquote ex WWE guys coming in, nobody's really taking a spot.
Yeah,
necessarily.
Correct.
Yeah.
So they are still doing a pretty decent job with keeping their homegrown talent in the front and center. So
far. So let's just hope they keep it that way, which is why again, Athena can't be the one to dethrone Jade, which is why I think Ruby Soho wasn't the one to dethrone Jade, even though she should be. But this is one of the reasons why I picked Britt Baker, outside of it logistically making sense with her and Adam Cole. But I think what they're doing is they're building an underdog story for Ruby Soho, which is why she's taking these L's to make everybody feel for her and be like, how come she keeps losing? She just went over here to lose some more. And what they're doing is they're building it up so that way she can take one of two titles, either the AEW championship or the Ring of Honor Women's Championship. I don't think she's taking the TBS title. I don't think she's doing that at all because it would have made too much sense for her to do that. But the AEW Women's or the ROH, because the thing is the Ring of Honor Women's Championship is being held by Mercedes Martinez, and she's doing right now nothing with it. So you put somebody more popular on that title, and then have them build from there. And she's the perfect person to do that.
And then plus two, the only reason why they gave it to Mercedes because that way they can go ahead and cut the ties with Impact, since Deanna is still an Impact signed individual, so that made sense. But I can see that now. Like I ain't even factor in ROH, so I can definitely see Ruby taking the ROH championship, kind of like the way Samoa Joe took the television title.
Yep, because they're going to use AEW's foundation to rebuild ROH, and so they're going to get everybody accustomed to seeing everybody else like a Joe, Ruby Soho, FTR as tag champs. Now with the Ring of Honor championship, I don't know what they're going to do. I think they may end up putting it on Andrade.
Well, they just announced that Death Before Dishonor is going to be in July.
Okay.
Another ROH pay-per-view. So I guess we'll see what happens between now and July, especially with Andrade getting Roosh. So and we all know Roosh is a former ROH champion. So
yep.
So I guess we will see what happened with that.
Yeah, I still need to know IJ.
Oh, Andrade, thank you. Thank you.
For real.
Thank you.
You're gonna say it for that.
Thank you for saying that stable was trash and the name was trash. Thank you. Thank you. Maybe Mary and Charlotte was a good thing because now your father-in-law was like, fam, I was part of the 4 Horsemen and Evolution. Let me show you how to do this stable thing right. Thank you, Andrade.
Bro.
Thank you for saying it. That was long overdue to get rid of that trash ass stable. Thank you.
I think you just wanted a reason to say Charlotte's name on the show today.
No.
Yeah.
You could have just easily been like, you know what? Now that Ric Flair is your father-in-law, he got to show you some things. You know, you throwing the Stokely Hathaway shit. You throwing
for the bingo card. We got to have Charlotte on there at some point. So, but thank you for acknowledging that all of that was trash. And not to segue it this way.
Did I miss him saying that it was trash?
He said before Roosh came into the picture.
He didn't mention it was trash, but he was saying, "I'm with a bunch of losers."
He's like the AFO is like I don't like that name. I never liked that name. And so
I'm with a bunch of losers.
Paraphrased it.
Okay. So I just didn't have the audio on at that point.
Yeah. And speaking of another women's match, Thunder Rosa, Serena Deeb, I really wish this would have happened at Full Gear. Because then Serena potentially would have won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really wish this was a Full Gear match rather than Double or Nothing. Because Thunder Rosa could have had it all the way in. She could have even had a match at Forbidden Door, maybe. I don't know. She could have defended it at All Out and then possibly at Full Gear. You know, because that was a match. Yeah. Them ladies went out there and did that.
And that's why it sucks so much that it wasn't Deeb that took the win. Because the way this match was kind of set up and built up, it seems like the outcome was wrong.
Yes,
and that's bad to say, but it's like because the outcome wasn't what it was. For me, this match was good, not great.
Yes,
and that's a weird thing to say because I like Thunder Rosa, but it's only because and not her fault, completely AEW's fault because they haven't built up credible women to be to be necessary contenders in the eyes of the fans. Because we look at something and we're like, okay, you know what? They're gonna lose. Okay, but look them. Okay, this isn't like a Hangman and CM Punk thing where it's like, could they lose? Could they win? Or could this person win? I don't know. It's you're going into it like, okay, yeah, they're clearly gonna lose. You know, and that sucks. And I hate that booking because the women's division in AEW should not be built like that.
No,
So
it really shouldn't. Jaeger, was it you that brought up Thunder Rosa's outfit was gonna be on sale online?
Why you gotta do me like that? But yeah, that thing's gonna sell for an easy $500K.
I'm like, you about to drop $500,000 on there? Shit.
Look, you will be surprised.
Nah, I'm not surprised.
All right, well, you know what, Jaeger? Let's talk about it because we made the picks. The main event: Adam Hangman Page versus CM Punk.
Yeah,
Jaeger, what were your thoughts for this match?
my thoughts were, like, even though I wanted to see Hangman win, that, like CM Punk said, this is just business. I had to predict the person that was gonna win, and yeah, it was honestly a solid match. I liked, what was it, Punk's whole never dying attitude throughout the whole thing. Like he's like, no, you're gonna work. You're gonna, like, I'm gonna show you how resilient I am despite my age.
Mm-hmm.
Just the whole, I don't want to say unexpected face turn of it because you can see it, but at the same time, we were calling out Punk going heel instead of Hangman the whole, or at least that we would have liked to see.
That's what to me made the whole feud take that weird turn to me because the direction Hangman was going in, it was like, what about Punk's demeanor or what he was saying that made you think that you had to defend the company from him? You know, you made Punk an unintentional bad guy. And that's what I thought was weird with that.
No, it's no. So okay, so it's not weird for this reason, because if you take into account the MJF thing, it's almost like, you know, AEW originals versus WWE transplants, and it's like, you know, it's like we're trying to defend the house that we helped build.
Okay.
You know,
in the end of the day, too, I don't think it's necessarily fair at this point to say that CM Punk, I mean,
is a WWE transplant.
Yeah, he was gone for so long. I mean, I get it. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. The last time we saw him in a wrestling ring was WWE. Yes, makes sense. But it was like, fam, he wasn't there in a minute. Like, you know. But I will say this, and I hate to be the one to say it. I thought Hangman's title reign was lackluster. To say we wanted it so bad, I thought his title reign was lackluster.
And okay, so you're not wrong, but this is one of the reasons why I thought that he was going to win, because just like I talked about with the build up to this match, I was like, I love the build up because it's starting to show Hangman as a champion. So for me, this was like, no pun intended, the pinnacle of where his championship reign was, because now it's like, okay, you can go from this part. You've already beat Danielson. You're coming up and you're getting the upper echelon. So now you're going to take out this guy. And then now you're going to start solidifying yourself as champ after this defense. So it sucks. And I have full faith in AEW to keep this building up, because they kind of had me fooled a little bit, because I figured that once Hangman grabbed that belt, and he started to have that realization of, okay, well, you know what? I'm not going to win like this. I assume that it was Punk that was going to take that title and then use that to beat Hangman.
That actually would have been interesting.
I
But
was definitely expecting that to happen too.
Now, also was Punk intentionally messing it up? The buckshot lariat?
no, no, because he went for it again. He went for the shit again. Look,
I was like, did you not practice this, CM? Did you not
and
No,
practice
I looked
doing
easy
the
enough. He could do it.
look again. Shit happens in the ring. I'm not gonna. Look,
Oh
Punk, I
no,
would say that
definitely.
after the first one, I would have just left it alone. I would have called
Yeah.
something else in that match because it's like click because and I called it in my head. I'm like sitting there, I'm like, he better not go for that shit again because I have a feeling it's gonna happen again. And sure
And
enough,
Lordy.
shit happened again. So
It was like the first time I was like, ooh, okay. Then, like you said, he did it again, and it was like, oh no.
but it was
Oh
okay
no.
because Hangman hit that GTS flush
Boy.
Yeah.
and Punk sold it. So yeah, but I mean Punk went over. It was a nice moment for him, but I'll wait till we get into the
Well,
AEW shit,
speaking
the
of going
Dynamite shit.
over, speaking of going over, started off the show with FTR, and the crowd went stupid on Dynamite.
Which
Crowd went
now
stupid.
this raises the fucking question now. Are they just sweeping the whole Pinnacle shit under the fucking rug?
Well, I thought they was sweeping it under the rug when fucking Andrade was hiring their services, but you know they saved it by Andrade paying Max, but
Yeah.
and then he wasn't using FTR with the whole Wardlow situation, so.
But that was the thing because even during that time, MJF was like Pinnacle's fine, and then they had that moment with MJF and FTR where they were like, hey, we're cool with you, we're cool with Wardlow, but we're not gonna get in the middle of it. So it's like Pinnacle's cool, they just have their whole infighting, but it's like there was never any finality to that whole deal.
Yeah, I think they might be done without saying that they're done.
Yeah, because FTR turned face like that. So that's crazy.
Now, unfortunately, they went against the Ass Boys and Max Caster. We knew damn well the Ass Boys and Max Caster wasn't gonna win this match.
No, not at all. But this is good though because this is a fantastic way to turn the Acclaim, no pun intended, face. Because they're already fan favorites. But what you do is you keep them with the Ass Boys until there starts to begin some infighting, and then all of a sudden, bam, you got a turn for them. And
probably
then
until Bowen's knee gets better.
Which, if that's the case, they need to be the ones to go ahead and just win those tag titles. If that's the case, if Bones is going to be healed in time, if not,
I mean,
then
it kind of seems like the Young Bucks want their titles back.
Well, it looks like the Hardys are going to be getting a title shot.
I can see that too.
Like I kind of said in my prediction, but if the Hardys are going to get a push, it should be now while it's fresh.
I agree.
And let them be transitional champs. Let them have it for a run of a pay-per-view to a pay-per-view.
That way they can say they had AEW, Impact, WWE, ROH. They can say they own tag team titles throughout all the world. I can agree with that.
I can't agree with that because I hate that agenda filled thing because the thing is like this when you have teams like FTR who's coming out and like legitimately winning these titles. I'm cool with the Hardys winning the titles, but I don't want them to win these titles as Team Extreme. This is why I picked them to lose. This is why I picked the Bucks to win at Double or Nothing because I figured that okay, Bucks would win. Hardys would lose. It'll write them off for a little bit. They'll come back with a whole new gimmick, probably do the whole Broken Universe gimmick, and then at least inject some excitement to this whole deal. That way you didn't have them as a connected piece to WWE, because that's pretty much all I see when I see them now. They still got the same fucking music, you know, they got the same fucking getup and everything. So to me, it's just like, yo, here's our going away tour. Cheer for us right now. We got it.
Yeah.
Like,
if it wasn't for what happened last week with the Bucks dressed as the Hardys and all of that, I probably would have been with you with picking the Bucks. But it seemed like the Bucks was just doing too much, and it was like, yeah, I could definitely see the Hardys going over.
Yeah.
But yeah. After I hated FTR's music at first. I love it now.
Yeah, see? There you go.
I love it now. It definitely grew on me too.
You better enjoy that 80s shit.
It grew.
Enjoy all of that
like
80s shit.
Watching them last night, watching them fight each other, watching Dax go against Punk, it keeps solidifying why I legitimately think FTR, the Revival, whatever you want to call them, is my favorite tag team of today.
Yeah. Well, but it is true. They are fan-fucking-tastic. And I'm glad. And this is one thing that AEW does that WWE does not do very well. And that's when they do these single matches. They make these single matches mean something, because it's like the comparison is AEW lets you know it's like these are individual wrestlers who decided to team up and they just work good as a team. WWE puts it as, okay, these are tag team guys who are going in a singles match. You know, there's no need to really watch it type shit.
Yeah.
So, and it shows they care more. No, you go.
Anything else on Dynamite we want to talk about before we get to MJF? Wait. CM Punk gets on the mic and says, "Hey, Forbidden Door, who's my opponent? Who am I giving this GTS to, fam?" And Jaeger, take it away.
It had to be none other than the fucking ace, Hiroshi Tanahashi. And you know what? The only match that could have been better, at least for what these two, at least for what Hiroshi Tanahashi and this other guy have done for their respective companies. It could have only been like John Cena versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. Because they were both Hiroshi Tanahashi was like the John Cena for New Japan for the longest time. He carried the company for the longest time. And as far as like, if I was wanting to see a dream match, I would love to see the two John Cenas for their respective companies. Now, who did you think I was going to say this one?
I thought you were going to say it should have been Kenta.
No, CM Punk versus Kenta, 100%.
Yes.
It
just makes more sense for me in this sense.
Because exactly.
But to me, this is why Hangman made more sense winning to me, because
I was gonna get ready to ask y'all that. What do y'all think would have made the better matchup? Tanahashi versus Hangman or Tanahashi versus Punk?
Tanahashi versus Hangman, just for the sense of helping Hangman solidify his, like, Tanahashi he already has a spot solidified. He has built up a lot, period. But Hangman, again, still has room to grow. He still needs to become believable. He needs to be able to defend AEW's name. To have a blood feud match with Punk and Kenta does not hurt either one of them. Punk losing to Hangman, it would not have hurt him. But going into this match, it would have been like, yo, they would have forgot all about that AEW World Championship match that he lost if that was the case. But having this match, you talking about the fans geeking over that shit? Man, I would have geeked over the shit. But it made sense. I don't know how they're going to build this. I would hope that they do a good build for it because we already have a fantastic build with FTR in the match that they're going to go into. Because that's also, well, they didn't call them out directly. They called out anybody who wanted to face them or jump on them. But, you know. But I'm down for Forbidden Door. And now that it's rumored that Okada is going to be facing Hangman, I don't know how I feel about that either. Cool, but I think I would rather Danielson versus Okada.
I still want to see Danielson and Zack Sabre Jr.
That might happen.
I just have the whole BCC go to Japan and have them work out their shit over there. And then we just gonna get a ton of shit. Like, just give us every fucking match on the list, and then have them come back and then win titles in AEW. But have them go roughshod for like 6 months in New Japan.
Zack Sabre Jr. is in Chaos, right?
No, he's in Suzuki Gun.
No, Suzuki Gun. Because I mean, technically, who's all
Osprey was in Chaos, I believe.
Yeah, but now he's part of it. Huh?
Who's all in Suzuki Gun right now?
So Suzuki, Zack Sabre Jr. What the heck is his name? He has the chick that follows him around. Very Castlevania-esque.
Oh yeah, the one like the Castlevania character.
Yeah,
I was saying to get your wish, since Wheeler Yuta is over there in Japan.
That's true.
Shout out to Wheeler Yuta.
Suzuki Gun could do some shit to Yuta, and Moxley and Danielson could be like, "Hey, yo, say fam, y'all gonna just beat up our man while he's over there? So how about y'all three? Three of y'all can come here." Yes,
Tai-Chi, Lord Tai-Chi.
Yeah, Tai-Chi. Yeah. So we could get BCC versus Suzuki Gun. So that could be a thing.
I'd be down for that.
Speaking of BCC, because it's hard for me to say BCC without almost saying BBC.
BBC, yeah.
The Bad Boys Club.
I know.
That.
Or the Big Bang Catastrophe.
Or the Big Bang Catastrophe.
But speaking of Big Bang Catastrophe, so Keith Lee which this was a weird fucking interview.
It really was.
Like,
it was very weird.
I don't get why Swerve needed to introduce all these people just to get a fucking jacket, which there was no semblance. It was just like, yo, let me flex on y'all real quick.
Right?
Haha. And then you get to Keith Lee where he's actually just speaking what he needs to speak on and then leaving it at that. So, but I like the fact that they put things into perspective. Like, yeah, we're still a tag team, but no matter what gold it is, it's either going to be singles or tag, whatever, we're going after it. So it doesn't change that fact. So I was like, all right, cool. So they're going to throw a few surprises in that shit. They got to put Wardlow in a feud because he can't be doing squash matches right now. Because I feel like it's going to it's going to downgrade him a little bit.
Yeah, I can agree with that. The problem is the only way I can see it working out is if they're going to keep going down this route with whole Smart Mark representing the security guards that he's been beating up. They're going to have to get somebody who, like, honestly, the only way I can see this working out in Wardlow's favor, because he beat up Morrissey already, he beat up all these other people. Smart Mark is going to have to bring back Brian Cage. And Brian Cage is going to have to somewhat represent the security guards in a sense. and maybe that could, work out in that favor. But you're right, Wardlow's going to need a feud now since him and MJF are done.
Yeah. It's gonna, because they can't let off the gas, because if they take steps back, because he's already been doing squash matches with the whole feud with MJF, and even the whole MJF match was a fucking squash match. So yeah, unless they want to put him up against Joe.
Nah, because I mean, Joe's still dealing with Sanjay Santam and Jay Lethal, so we don't have the payoff of that one yet.
Which they need to hurry up and get the payoff on that, because they can't just keep jumping Joe every fucking week.
I'm gonna say this, CJ, you didn't have to give us the spoiler like that. You could.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she did.
Jaeger posted in the chat that CJ put, for some reason, I feel like watching Dynamite tonight.
You know what? Hey, she's looking out for a man. You can't.
Now, with that being said, this shouldn't have happened to Johnny Elite.
Poor Johnny Elite.
Oh my god!
Because with Johnny Elite still being fairly new, and for him to be like, "Hey, I want to have an open match with anybody on the roster," and here comes the Redeemer with an amazing fucking promo to start it off. Then it was just like, so we know who's going to win this match. So
yeah, they could have at least given Johnny Elite like an opening match in the tournament.
Apparently,
win.
He's got one win under his belt, so I believe he wrestled on Dark or Elevation.
That shit don't count right now.
they said
not for him. No, I agree. It counts, but you talk about his debut, and then Miro's debut, or re-debut. It's like he can't catch a break on Dynamite. Like you losing when it matters. You losing when it matters. So.
Oh God.
Jesus.
Oh God.
Man. Is this how we're gonna do shit now? Every Tag Me In. I got to see this shit now. And matter of fact, did you really just get the fucking Hathaway is all elite fucking clip? This motherfucker here, man. You think you're done with shit at times, but you know what? I'll tell you this: had we gotten the fucking Stokely Hathaway that managed MJF, I would have been fine. I think I probably would have enjoyed it, but no, this shit, no. Anyway, so the JAS and the Brooklyn Combat Club, as Jaeger would say it.
Hey.
This feud obviously continuing on, and Jugs was right. This is going to blood and guts. I completely voted that shit wouldn't have happened, but I was wrong.
Why?
Because I didn't think that it was necessary, but I guess apparently, well, the funny thing is now after we talked about it when they did the first stadium, when they did the blood and guts after the before the stadium stampede, and we were talking shit about it, and we were like they should have reversed the shit. They clearly listened or came to their senses. I don't want to say that they just listened to us, but they came to their senses, and they're doing it in this order. But I don't know. Yeah, no, I guess it makes sense to contain the chaos. If it's like you don't want anarchy all over the place, the best thing to do is just keep them in one contained area and then have them go like that. But yeah, this I'm looking forward to it. Especially if they plan on doing it the same way they did it with the Anarchy in the Arena.
I gotta admit, I was looking forward to it just so I could hear Regal say "blood and guts."
And it was funny because I was like, why? Okay, like Eddie Kingston isn't part of BCC, not technically. So it was like, why the fuck did he come out with Regal? And then like right before he said it, it finally clicked, and I was like, oh, he's gonna say the thing.
Now, this was the thing. I halfway felt like Kingston stepped on it because the segment continued.
Yeah,
almost like he was like, you know what? Well, it was a weird transition because they did it to set up the match with Ortiz and Jericho.
Yeah,
which was cool. But here's the other thing. It's weird because the way that they seem to be building this, it's almost as if I clearly believe that the same participants that was in the Anarchy and Arena match is going to be in the Blood and Guts match. But if the way that they're building this up is as if they don't have all the participants in place on the Brooklyn Combat Club side, because especially
I think it's one of those things of we're going to get Kingston, Santana, Ortiz, and Moxley. Brian is going to be the
wild card. Like, hey, I don't know if I'm going to do this because I don't trust. Yeah.
Because I thought the same thing you thought. Like, it's interesting that they're doing it this way because it makes it seem like, because right now, if you really looking it up, all we have is Moxley, Kingston, and Ortiz.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I guess Santana's hurt, maybe.
Maybe.
And I'm glad. Granted, Danielson didn't really go out bad, but I'm glad they're selling that shit.
Man
now,
got fucked up at the end of that match.
Yeah, they should. The majority of them did. Now we have this. Oddly enough, this hair versus hair match between Ortiz and Jericho. So you think Ortiz is losing this one?
You think Jericho you think Chris Jericho, Mr. I gotta have my theme song played everywhere I go, Mr. We done had dinner debonair and all this shit. You think Jericho about to lose this match? And if Jericho does lose this match, you think he gonna get his haircut?
I don't know, man. It's weird.
Rockstar Chris Jericho, who's still touring with Fozzy, you think he's about to get his haircut?
I don't know. But look,
to sell the story of Blood and Guts. Okay, I'll say this: if Ortiz does win, Jericho's not getting his haircut. They're gonna pull some sneaky shit, and Ortiz will probably still be the one who's gonna get his haircut, even though he won. But I seriously doubt we about to see Chris Jericho, who in his whole career we never really saw with no hair.
Yeah.
No, we saw him with short hair, but that was like when he had
bald. Yeah. Which of course at that time in WWE it was a perfect time for him to have his hair like that because the that Jericho was fan fucking tastic. Do you understand the words that I'm saying to you right now? Like
yes. Yes. Always in a suit. Serious, yes. That Jericho, yes.
See, god damn it, man. This is why Jericho's so good. Even in the JAS, he's fan-fucking-tastic. He's fantastic. Did you see those pants that he wore last week? Did you see the pants? Did you see the pants?
Yeah, I saw the pants.
Good.
Yeah.
Remember those pants. Jericho pants.
Oh, I thought you about to say you about to cop you a pair or something. I about to say
I just might. If I look, when I win this series, I may just buy a pair of those pants and create a Dizzle Appreciation Society.
And so what? Y'all can look like reject Backstreet Boys whenever you go to a match?
Nah, man. No, matter of fact, I'm gonna have the Dizzle Initiative Coalition.
Oh no. You know what you just did though?
we're gonna be the dick.
Okay,
The
so you know what you're doing.
the DIC,
So you know what you're doing.
the Dizzle Initiative Coalition Kingdom. That's what they're gonna be called, the Kingdom for short. That's right. Understand this, and then we all. I'm the only one that's gonna wear those pants though.
Somebody help this man.
We might have to go in business for ourselves here and
So-
just make sure he doesn't win this title.
So for all the fans who watch this, if you also want to be a dick, you know where to look. You know where to look. The pants, and the championship that's holding those pants up. Understand it.
So I'm hearing that Dizzle wants everyone to be a dick.
I'm so mad at the fact that how much this is working out for you right now. I'm so mad. It is so fucking funny at the same time.
Love it. But anyway.
Oh my god. Okay.
All that aside.
Yeah.
We got to get to the nitty gritty.
Let's get to it.
What's that?
By far, look, now Miro could have easily had the best promo of the night if MJF hadn't shown up. From start to fucking finish, everything was done perfectly with this promo because he didn't sit there and stay too long. Look, Punk's pipe bomb, it kind of built up, it simmered, it boiled over, and then it kind of just went. MJF had that same intensity when he came in, and then it ramped up to a believable point where he just lashed out at Tony. Here's the thing. For everybody, and halfway including us, we believe some of the shit. But as I watched this promo, I was like, this is the best possible way to build up MJF and to have this work as a work. Because here's the funny thing about it. Vince McMahon would never allow any wrestler to be on TV and to badmouth Vince like that.
No.
Especially in of course, you think about the Stone Cold Vince McMahon feud. Yeah, he'll talk shit, but you all know that it's part of the show. CM Punk only got so far. He didn't say any name. He said, his stupid daughter, son, and stupid son-in-law, doofus son-in-law. And he never once sat there and just said Vince McMahon. He just talked about he talked about Vince's nonsensical douchebag yes men. Well, he named John Laurinaitis, but you can do that because it's John Laurinaitis. People power.
Don't care.
But that's the thing. Vince would not allow himself to get to that to be bashed like that on TV, especially if it could be perceived as real. But because, and this is why Tony, being an original fan of professional wrestling, why he understood how this works so well, because you built that rumor that MJF isn't gonna do XYZ. You have him go in the first match as if to be like, okay, well, MJF isn't going to be long. Have him get squashed, have him leave, sell that whole rumor that he just left the fucking building. People get mad about him. Hey, any comment on MJF? No, I'm not going to speak about that right now, but I will talk about the matches that we had. Then keep that rumor going. Have MJF come out on Dynamite, air his grievances as if to say, okay, you're mad. I'm going to let you say what you got to say, and then we'll take care of it from there. And for him, which is why the ramp up works so well, because it was like, you know what? Okay, I'm saying what I got to say, but fuck it. I'm about to go off the script and just say all this shit. Tony Khan, fucking Mark, blah, 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 blah. And then walk the fuck off.
No, it's going to be like, nah, I just want you to fire me. Forget 2024. I want to be fired.
And then to name WWE.
Twice. Twice.
And then the carrot on top, AEW removes his merchandise. Like you can't even you can't select it. Now they still have him on the roster page, which I mean makes sense if he's still under contract. But to be like, hey, you ain't gonna make no fucking money from us. So Like, it's fantastic. And which is why he is going to beat Punk for the AEW championship.
Oh, absolutely.
As I
Absolutely.
prophesized.
Absolutely.
True story. And this is the best way for him to do it. Because he still has to build his record back up. So he can't just come in and slot himself into a championship. So unless, of course, CM Punk grants that, which 9 times out of 10, if they're doing it like that, that's going to be the way that he gets slotted into a championship picture, is if CM Punk grants him that match.
Mm-hmm.
So it's perfect. And then CM Punk does the job for him.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Fantastic. This would be it's up there. It's on par with the whole Hangman and Kenny Omega storyline.
Yeah.
They just found another way to build something else up. So it's like, and it's good because they're sliding all their pillars into place too. You have Ricky Starks doing what he's doing. You have Jungle Boy starting to basically filter out of the tag division with the way that this shit is being built up. You already got Sammy being another heel, and Darby is clearly on a path to, getting up there. So they're setting up their future perfectly right now. So that's my thoughts on it. I fucking loved it. It don't get much better than that.
It really doesn't. And hell, you said it all for me. So
You honestly did the same.
How you top CM Punk's pipe bomb?
Look, you gotta think.
I was like, damn, that's up there.
The beauty of these promos like that is you go with the times.
Mm-hmm.
CM Punk situation is going with the times. Same thing with MJF. Not only was he going with the times, but addressing the fact that we know too much as fans because of the internet, and we speculate and we think we know what we know. Then you address the other elephant in the room that there are quote unquote too many WWE guys here. Then it's like, you know what? On second thought, fuck all that. Fire me, Tony. Just you know what? I don't even want to be here no more. And then now we can see from Tony Khan's point of view, would be like, well, you know what? Your contract isn't over for another 2 years, so I'm gonna force you to have these matches while MJF might, like you said, start racking up wins to where it becomes undeniable that shit, he's gonna have to have a title shot. Then he takes the title, so now you have a person who quote unquote don't want to be here no more as our champion. So there's different ways they can spin this and do this.
And that's the beauty of it. But the other thing is they can make this really unpredictable if he comes back and he says, you know what? You give me a title shot. If I lose, I'll stay out the rest of my contract. But if I win, you need to grant me my release. But he doesn't fucking leave.
Right.
And this was all just to manipulate Khan and to give him that title shot. So that's another. Again, you're right. There's so many ways that they could spin this.
So many ways.
Well,
so many ways it could be spun.
Oh man, I love it.
Now, as far as AEW and everything else goes, anything else we want to bring up with AEW before I briefly talk about WWE and NXT?
Nice way to end the show on a downer.
Oh no, it won't be on a downer because the Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins situation, it won't be a downer.
Yeah.
Oh, that was actually pretty fire.
Jugs was on the side where Seth Rollins came in the crowd.
Yeah. So all right. So as far as NXT goes, we're not going to make the predictions on show because NXT can always subject to change. Wendy Chu and Casey. Nope, that's not her name no more. Wendy Chu, Katana, and Kaden beat up Toxic Attraction going into their respected matches this weekend.
Wait, Kaden kept her name, but
Yeah,
Katana.
Kaden kept her name, but Catanzaro is Katana Chance now.
I'm sorry, you said Toxic Attraction, and all I heard was cheeks.
Yeah.
So what happened?
They had a women's championship summit that turned into a kerfluffle, and it ended with Wendy Chu splashing Mandy through a table.
Oh, nice.
So, the finals to the women's breakout tournament is going to happen on NXT and not on the pay-per-view. So it's going to be next week, the finals of the women's breakout tournament.
Interesting.
Weird.
Pretty Deadly is going against the Diamond Mine, the Creed brothers, and Roddy straight up told them, if y'all don't win, y'all out.
Damn.
Because Roddy is starting to be kind of like a dictator, iron fist type person when it comes to Diamond Mine. But yeah, he straight up told them, if y'all don't beat Pretty Deadly for those titles, then y'all out. Braun Breaker and Joe Gacy, it's a match that's happening again. The whole caveat to that match is Braun Breaker is supposed to have this uncontrollable attitude. So if Breaker gets disqualified, Gacy will still win the title. So yeah. What else is happening else in your house? The tag team titles, the women's tag titles, the women titles, the men titles. Carmelo and Cameron Grimes. Carmelo got the best of Cameron Grimes this week because Cameron went against Nathan Fraser, and him and Trick beat up Grimes and everything. So the laws of WWE could apply with that too. I feel like that's all the matches that are going into In Your House. If there is another one, I do not remember. But yeah. Now, as far as WWE goes, Now, as far as WWE goes, I think there's only like 4 matches announced for Hell in a Cell. 4 or 5 matches. I think we have Bobby Lashley versus MVP and Almost.
Yeah.
We have Bianca versus Naomi. Sorry, not Naomi.
Wait,
Bianca.
I was about to say, I was like, wait.
No. Bianca versus Asuka versus Becky. We have Cody and Seth, Hell in a Cell. Oh shit, I think that's it. Oh, Ezekiel versus Kevin Owens was announced. I think that's it. And whatever
ass pay-per-view.
And whatever they announced on SmackDown, potentially Friday.
Wow, so that should. How are you going to sell a pay-per-view and your matches aren't even fully intact? That makes no fucking sense.
I agree.
What are you looking forward to?
Cody and Seth in the Hell in a Cell. That's it.
I mean, if had this been their initial match, then yeah, you could probably sell it on it because it's like, yo, Cody's back in the ring in WWE for the first time in a long time, but they've already seen him wrestle Seth twice already. Yeah, it's they're rough.
Oh, I was wrong. Carmelo didn't get the upper hand. Grimes got the upper hand. What else? But yeah, so basically Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes promo. They I'm so sorry. Finn Balor, AJ Styles, Liv Morgan versus the Judgment Day. That's also happening. Oh, and I see now they announced Austin Theory versus Mustafa Ali for the United States Championship.
Also, in a Hell in a Cell.
That's an interesting match.
Yeah.
So that's all that Hell in a Cell. So, but the only cell match right now is Cody and Seth.
Well, that makes sense.
That's the only Hell in a Cell match that's happening so far.
So there's only one Hell in a Cell match at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view?
Unless something drastically happens on SmackDown, but yes, there's only one Hell in a Cell match,
Have
which
they
is
been
Cody versus Seth.
building Roman to feud with anybody?
They might have Roman potentially feud with Drew, but as of now, no. Like another match that could potentially get announced because it ended in a fuck finish. The Usos versus Riddle and Shinsuke again. But other than
Wait,
that, that's
Riddle and Nakamura?
well,
Yeah.
the Usos took out Randy.
Uh-huh.
The Usos took out Rick Boogs.
It's a funny name to say.
Have the partners of my partners team up to try to take the titles away.
All right, fair enough.
But yeah, Cody and Seth, their promo was fire. Cody was saying, his stuff, but it was Seth. Seth comes out and basically was like, you were gone for 6 years, and you and your little friends got together and tried to bring down what I was building up.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get it. You don't get to take a throne. I mean, you don't get to
Yeah,
take a
sledgehammer to a
sledgehammer to the
throne and then
throne.
try to sit on it, and
Uh-huh.
then come back and want to sit on it. Like that was that whole sentence right there was just
Bars.
yeah. Seth is more so proving why he is deserved of that WWE championship more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks that they had the Roman agenda in place for him to win both those titles, because it doesn't make any sense, because you have top stars that need to be competing for this championship and it's handcuffed, just like it was with Brock Lesnar when he wasn't on TV years ago when he was holding that title hostage. And now you have a guy who's on TV holding both titles hostage, where nobody's competing for this shit. So man, it just sucks, because I think that the whole Cody and Seth thing should be for one of these titles.
I 1000% agree. Like I can get why they did this, but at the same time, it's holding a show hostage.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's. I mean, of course, for the prediction championship, I'm gonna watch this shit. I'm gonna suffer through it. But I'm not expecting much. I'm not expecting much.
I mean, I'm not
But,
either, especially from both shows, and I'm kind of glad that the takeover name is not attached to NXT's anymore. Because, yeah,
yeah.
but yeah, that was basically going into. Like I said, I'm gonna basically make my predictions and shit. But yeah,
y'all will see the results. Now, of course, when we probably get to Road Rager and Forbidden Door, you'll definitely get those predictions. But for WWE shit, don't be surprised.
Yeah, don't
be. Y'all have any final thoughts on this week in wrestling?
I want my title back.
Your title. Okay, sure. Uh-huh.
You took it from me twice, goddammit.
And to be fair, it should have stayed right here with me, but it's okay. It'll just make it all the sweeter when I have it again.
Which is a sentence that I'll be saying when we're on the verge of the series ending. So, yeah. But Y'all see everything on the crawl there. Y'all know where to find us. You know where to find Jugs at, because at the end of all these videos we have it there. So don't be a bad dick. Be a good dick and click on that link to go to his page and subscribe and show him some love. Just not too much love, because we don't need him winning that title back. But anyway.
You could say that
I couldn't.
You could say that you're dicking him down.
No, fuck all that. All the way pause. But you know what it is, peeps. Whether you loved it, hate it, don't forget to rate it, thumbs up, thumbs down, comment, leave all your comments, questions, concerns down below.
Are you gonna have little dicks and big dicks?
No, only one big dick.
Okay,
the main
I was wondering
what about a Dick Van Dyke?
No.
No.
Lord Deasley Dickinson.
No.
Black
no
dick, white dick, Asian dick, Mexican dicks.
It's gonna be a lot of dicks. We're gonna have an army of dicks. Army of dicks.
From all different shapes and sizes and things like that.
All different creeds, everything.
All kinds of girths and lengths.
Hey, we don't discriminate.
Okay.
Over here at DICK Incorporated.
Can women be dicks too?
I mean, according to this generation, you can be whatever you want.
Are you asking if chicks can be dicks?
Yes. Can chicks be dicks?
Yeah, we call them dick chicks.
Okay.
Yeah, dick chicks.
Dick chicks.
Okay.
Look,
all right.
Hit that notification bell for all the updates on the Dick Click, and
no.
Do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor and tag that motherfucking subscribe button.
Oh,
but let me warm up this bad boy, because I got to give it too sweet to the Triforce, baby. Bada 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 bam. And of course, as always, until you see these handsome faces, hear these immaculate voices, we bid you all adieu. And until next time, you beautiful, beautiful, beautiful mother effers. Tag the fucketh out.
Dollars make a way to make a change. Gotta be insane to make those same mistakes again. So I'm switching lane to lane. Pray to